My name is Carol Krentzman, and today's date is March 16th,
yeah.
2024. I moved to Natick in 1985 with 3 children. And back in 1985, neighbors actually got you together to meet neighbors. And I went to my neighbor's house and met some other people in the neighborhood, and they suggested that I learn about the farm and come to the farm. So I did. And then around 1985, my oldest daughter would have been entering first grade. And we decided it wasn't a good idea for her. So we just decided to homeschool. So the farm became a place that I could bring the kids to get outdoor experience and nature and fun and all that kind of stuff. And then my 4th child was born in '88. And by then, we had a regular routine of coming once a week, all day. And it was always a big fight in the morning, like, I don't want to go. But then, once we went and had the day we had, then they were all very happy and enthusiastic. So we came regularly. I became a member of the board. And I taught classes. I taught meet the farm animals and feed the farm animals for many years. And when my youngest child was born, she was my little assistant teaching the classes. And until by age 4, she was leading syruping tours herself, taking people around, showing people how to hold chickens and all that kind of stuff. So we were here a lot. And of course, we were here a lot more during this season, during syruping. And my son is the same age as Linda Simpkins' sons. And they were good buddies on the farm. And they would do a lot of stuff together, including, taking off in the woods for hours and coming back later. And they did a lot of big, for the boys especially, the big heavy work of actually, chopping wood and stacking wood and all that kind of stuff was a really great experience for them. And the girls did some of that too. My oldest was more of a just wanting to watch and manage things. And then my second daughter was right down in there, cleaning out the chicken coop. And my youngest was helping in all different ways too. And I think my oldest, all my kids, this was their only experience of working with other kids because they came here in the summer all the time. So they did the summer programs, which I think all there was at that point was the teen work program. And so they all worked in that program. And then I was the art partner of Polly Broman Wright. And we made all the floats for the 4th of July parades. And we made a lot of wooden decorations that were on the barn and all different places, and signs. We made a lot of signs. And let's see, what else did we work on? Just pretty much, what needed to get done. My favorite elements of the farm was having a place to bring my 4 kids where they could just wander, and I didn't have to worry about traffic, and I didn't have to worry about anybody bothering them, and we could all come here together but be independent while we were here.
Yeah.
And feel safe. It's way more organized and I would say more efficient, And there's a lot more programs. And I think the farm does a great job of reaching out to the community, which always happened, but I think it's better and more organized now because there's a bigger staff. It's not just Linda by herself, and so there's a lot more that can be accomplished. It's a funny story.
Yeah.
One of Linda's assistants was Martin Gursky, and we were all out here, kind of in front of the barn, and he was in the field with the sheep and the ram, and we're watching him, and the ram suddenly started at him, hit him, and threw him across the field. We all remember that. Wasn't so funny for Martin, but it was kind of funny to all of us. First of all, the benefit and the importance of the farm was totally brought forward when the barn burned down and everybody got upset. And you realized how far-reaching that was in the community. And many, many people really appreciate being able to get local produce, local maple syrup, and to be able to come and see animals, and that the farm is open and available and nearby. And I'm still always telling people in Natick, have you ever been to the Natick Community Organic Farm? And they're like, no, where's that? So I'm still telling people to go, and especially with little kids, go see the animals. So the animals are a big draw, but then I think once you get here, there's so many other things that pull you in. While I was still on the board and working here, I started doing mosaics in stained glass. So the stained glass chicken that's in the office I made for the office, that was a long time ago. And we did some painting on some of the buildings of pigs and other animals, which I think have faded at this point. And then when I was building my outdoor mosaic in Natick Center, that's called The History of Natick, it coincided with when the barn burned down. And one of the historical circles was supposed to be just a barn, a random, a lot of farming in Natick circle. And then when the barn burned down, I told my helpful Jason Cheeseman-Meyer designer to please change that to our barn. So it's actually our barn that's on the wall down there. It gave me also freedom as a parent. When I was homeschooling my kids, there were not a lot of homeschoolers like there are now. And we actually met here with a family from Cambridge and a family from Brockton and a family from, I don't know, some other, like far away towns. And so it gave my kids an opportunity to meet with other kids that they might not have had otherwise. My kids did all participate in Natick Drama Workshop also, so they had a lot of local friends from there, but they didn't have the, quote unquote school friends, like their peers. I think I would say that I'm proud of the farm and what the farm has accomplished and continues to accomplish. And I think that the farm mission to educate people about food and proper care of animals and taking care of the land, they're all still really, really important messages. And it's important that the farm continues to share those messages and to help people learn the benefit of being outside and enjoying nature. My hope is that it thrives and continues.